morning, everybody. Scott Whitmore, and I am going to be leading you through a meditation this morning. We're going to do two different types. We're going to do a seated meditation and focusing on our breath and allowing our mind to become one-pointed and going through that process of emptying. And with the second method, we're going to be using a mantra. But really the goals will be the same of maintaining that place of one-pointedness on the mantra and allowing space for everything else to come in unjudged, and to just be grounded. So if you take a moment and get yourself settled, find a spot where you can sit still, whether that's sitting on the ground with a cushion under you, sitting in a chair with a straight back, lying on the floor, if that's where you will be most comfortable. And begin to notice your breath. Begin to notice the rising and the falling. You may have sensations coming up in your body. You can simply notice them and let them go. And letting go doesn't mean pushing away. Letting go just means letting go. Returning to the breath. Focusing on your abdomen, above your navel. Breathing in, breathing out. You may notice that at that spot, there's a little muscle. As you breathe in, you rise. And on the out breath, it will fall. If you can find that point and it's helpful for you, you can place your attention there as you continue to breathe in and out. On the in-breath, noting rising. On the out-breath, noting falling. You'll notice too a point in between the rising and the falling. A moment of stillness. Whatever comes through, you don't need to push away the other thoughts. And simply maintain your focus and attention on the rising and falling of your breath. There's nothing in this moment taking you away from your practice. Noises, feelings. The rising, the falling of the breath. Rising, falling. Bring awareness back to your body, taking a moment, keeping your eyes closed. Maybe taking in a deep breath, maybe stretching your hands above your head, stretching your neck. Feeling into the space. And just as we did with the breath and our attention, we can just simply begin to notice when thoughts come into our head. Maybe thoughts about what we need to do next in our day, thoughts about the past. And instead of just going along for the ride, when we notice them, we have the option to pursue them and to make them part of our reality. Or we can simply let that one go by. And so the next part of our meditation, and you can do these practices together, you can do them separately. The great part is that they are available, or even better, that the state of presence and peace is available whenever you're open to it. So it's part of your natural nature. And in Christianity, we talk a lot about like making room for God, making room for Jesus in our life. And that's the same thing with presence and peace and love, and that all those things are there and exist, and that really all we need to do is to open ourselves and make a space for that being and that presence to live. There's a beautiful metaphor about with a cup that you need to empty the cup first to fill it. And if there's too much too much mind going on, we don't have space to offer for God, that loving peace, to enter our being, because our cup is too full. So one thing that meditation does is it helps us empty our cup a little bit, increase our concentration and focus. And it helps us realize how often we're kind of not in that place of one-pointed focus, and we start to see all those different thoughts and ideas come forward, and how seductive they are. But when we carve out this time to sit and practice, we create the permission that all we are doing in this moment is the practice, and that all those things, even if it's a really good idea and you feel like you should stop meditating and write it down, or you need to remember something or go do something, this is the time that you've carved to just simply train yourself how to be one-pointed. So my big practice is, so being a kirtan chanter, which is what I do, that is the practice of singing to God and using mantras, the same kind of idea that we did with the breath, of a place to focus on, of these special particular names, which are known as the revealed names of God. But we can use mantras in all languages and all traditions. The one that Ram Dass taught a lot, aside from the Ram mantra, was the mantra of I am loving awareness. So you can do this at any point throughout your day, and eventually, if you practice, you can get to a point where this mantra, this phrase, to help free you from your mind, and to help also, the mantra is double-sided, where not only is it freeing you from your mind and giving you a different space and perspective, instead of just being stuck kind of going down the river, you get to pull off a little bit and see the river going by you. That these mantras are also intelligently designed words and vibrations that bring you into that space of love and unity, or wherever the mantra is focused. So finding that kind of place of comfort again. We're going to bring a phrase to mind, and we're going to say it out loud. And we'll say it together. And the phrase is, I am loving awareness. So say it with me. I am loving awareness. 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 All right, so keep going, saying I am loving awareness. And any point a thought enters into your mind, and maybe it's a self-judging thought of something that points to you that says, I'm not loving awareness. Your focus is to return to the mantra and to let that go. And one, it's not true, because you are loving awareness. But it's also not beneficial to you right now that you are putting down all those thoughts to re-identify with your own being and with God. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. I am loving awareness. continue to repeat to yourself a couple more rounds of I am living awareness. Then when you feel ready, you can stop and take a moment to just rest in the still sound. One thing that I'll leave you with before we sign off is I'm playing a new game with myself where I'll ask myself, is it louder in my head or in my environment? And basically what I'm looking at is how loud is the narrative of how I think that everything should go and things that I want to do and ways that I'm engaging socially and anticipating my responses and having reactions to what people are saying. But when you sit quietly, you'll notice that there's definitely noise in the environment, but that noise is there all the time. And the rest of our life has a lot of noise in it too. And we can just check and do a walk back and get out of kind of the story of me. And we can go back to the idea of not my will, but thy will be done. And we can just kind of release our story a little bit of all that stuff that we need to do, all of our feelings on things, and just be present and take a moment to notice the art in front of you. It'd be kind of like going to a museum and standing in front of a great work and kind of like looking at your own little distorted sketch. Just kind of take a second, put that down, and just have a moment of full appreciation of everything that's around you, the wall, the painting, the experience of the painting, maybe the people with you, and it's all playing into it, and just having a moment to actually be with reality and be present. And that's what presence is in part. So I hope you all have a great day. Come back and revisit this video as often as you want. I've also put together a YouTube playlist on the SEC YouTube page that has just kind of more guided meditations with different teachers, and then also some enrichment education material, lectures, books. So go and check that out. And next week, I think we will do some chanting together. So look forward to seeing you all then, and have a great day. And if you like the video and like what SEC is doing, and help support them, if you could please subscribe to the channel, that would be great. Namaste. Have a great day.